Hello and welcome back to Cargo Insights TV. My name is Shreyansh and we're shooting another episode of our podcast series, Minds Behind the Movement, Season 2. Today we are here at South Asia's largest exhibition, the IICS New Delhi edition, and we have with us Mr. Raj from AI SATS. So may we please begin with a brief introduction?
Yeah, my name is Raj Mahmia. I am heading the Air India SATS Logistics and Cargo Services Department.
How did you get into this industry?
Yeah, so I got an opportunity to join India's leading airline in early 90s. And then, this is how it happened. And then I was into customer service, and then
Okay.
that's how different roles,
Hmm.
management role, and then transitioning into the cargo and logistics.
Did you want to be a pilot when you were younger?
No, not.
So then how come the aviation industry?
Aviation industry is, I think, I was, in terms of in my early childhood, I had an opportunity of flying with my father,
Okay.
so that is where I thought, okay, I mean, my family was also very happy on that, taking that first flight. So I said, maybe one day I would like to get associated with industry.
So how long have you been in this industry for?
Now, this is my 33rd year in aviation.
Wow.
industry.
Many congratulations on that. So, if we look back 30, 40 years back also, the Indian aviation industry was not that huge.
Yeah.
It was mostly international airlines.
Yes.
So, now things have evolved a lot. For somebody who's joining now, what message would you have for them?
So message is very clear that back then also and now also there is one thing which has been consistent, and that is the customer centricity. At the core of it, whichever department you are in the aviation or any industry, I think customer is at the core of it. If your mindset, your focus on the customer need, solving the problems of the customer, I think sky is the limit.
So, coming back to now, how have things been with Air India SATS and what are your goals for the coming few months?
Well, so having worked with multiple, the well-known airline, and then joining a company which is Air India SATS, I think Air India SATS has given me a global platform because of its association with SATS. As you know, the SATS group
Yep.
is across 25 countries, 227 stations. So, in global approach in its true sense, that was the exposure that I got in Air India SATS for last 10 years. I've been associated with. I think it makes a wonderful company, and the kind of company knows how to explore the potential of the individuals. So it's a wonderful job.
And what about the future? What are your plans with the AI SATS now?
With AI sets, again, as I said, that we have now approached by taking over WFS. SATS has taken over WFS. We are at 25 countries and 227 stations. I don't think there is anything, looking back anywhere else. This particular industry itself is growing at such a high momentum. So for next 2 decades, I think is of logistics and, the cargo. There's tremendous potential. And my now next role will be, developing more new talents to make sure that, the industry is really there.
So, there is a myth that goes around in the industry that the air cargo market dominates all other modes of transport. So, what do you have to say about that?
I think we need to look at from different perspective. When we talk about dominate, it brings more of a conflict, between the two modes. So rather than conflict, I think the best approach will be we look at as how synergized they are.
Right.
So that is where is the core of our multi-modal cargo hub that we are coming up with at Noida International Airport. So we don't fight with anyone, neither with any other cargo terminal or with any other transport industry. We collaborate with them.
Yeah.
So again, as you say, the positioning of the Noida International Cargo Airport Terminal, which is run by Air India SATS, is the collaborative approach. We are an additional gateway over and above what Delhi has. And also because of the multimodal cargo hub, rail, road, everything connects to it. So we become complementary to each other rather than competitive.
That is such a corporate and diplomatic answer.
That is a genuine answer, I would say. That's a true answer.
Okay, so talking about your journey, you've been in this industry for 33 years, aviation. So what is that one challenge, one failure that gave you a lesson that you've carried with you throughout?
Yeah, I mean, I think the setbacks are temporary. That is the lesson that I learned. And learning is permanent. So this is something that I realized over the years. There will be multiple occasions when you feel that you have fallen short of what you expected from yourself, but then again you have to move on, and there will always be a learning. When you look back at a later stage, you will laugh at it and realize that there was some kind of learning. So learning, I take it as a permanent, and setback takes time.
What is that one thing that you think every leader should be having? Not even leader, anybody in your team, anybody you're working with, any of your agents, any of that.
I think keeping customer at its core. I think customer is the sole cause of our existence. Without customer, be it any industry, as I told you, without customer, there is nothing there. So customer, keep it at its core, and from the organization perspective, make your organization lean and mean machine. I think these are the two things that has helped me, in coming out of every difficult situation that I have come across. So customer at its core and lean and mean machine.
You mean lean and mean? You mean increase revenue, cut losses?
Yes. So I would rather say that our focus should be on the controlling the wastage.
Right.
I think if that is what we do, I mean, not per se that tremendous cost cutting, but waste cutting. If we start focusing, I think that will be a good starting point.
I'm sure the audience would love to know your expert opinion about how the cost of fuels, especially for the aviation industry, it has taken a hit, that has impacted, and now what is the way out through it?
Yeah. So while the government and by introducing subsidies or something, they are trying to come up, support the industry, and that is where I think there is in the challenging times like this, nothing is more important than having a robust infrastructure and seamless integration. That's what in Air India SATS, we have looked at our facilities. We have robust infrastructure, multimodal cargo hub. So let's say if one form of transportation, we are finding that it is probably not working out in their favor, we can use the another form of transportation. That's what multimodal cargo hub is, that is the essence of it. So if air is becoming difficult, we are there, connected. So the possibility of connecting it through rail, roads, that is there. I think the having a robust infrastructure, good connectivity, these are things this will help us in overcoming challenges.
Okay, now let us move on to the rapid fire segment of this podcast. I'll be asking you a few questions and you have to answer within 5 seconds time. Okay. You ready for it?
Yes, ready.
Okay. One word to describe logistics.
Mobility.
Mobility. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Okay. Rail, road, air or sea? Preferred mode of transport?
Air.
A book that has influenced your life?
Many lives, many masters.
Okay. One last question. If you had an alternate career path, what would it be?
Oh, I think logistics only. Maybe if not air, but then some other logistics.
If not air, then sea. If not sea, then rail.
Then
if
rail,
then
road.
Then trucks. Okay, great. That's it, Mr. Raj. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure having you here.
Same. Thank you.